What is good, YouTube? Um, we are back with another freaking video, bro. Streamers who vanish and were never found again. As you can see, this is gonna be crazy, bro. This video is gonna be nuts. Make sure y'all like and subscribe before we start, man. And original video is in the description, bro. Let's go.
We've all seen famous streamers blow up and then fall off, but what about streamers who were on the rise or at the top of their career and then just disappeared? Whether it was because of a huge controversy or a $1 million scam, today I have gathered 4 streamers who vanished and were never seen again. Starting off with Zillion OP. Also real quick, let me know in the comments what you guys think about these new frames. I just got them. My friend said they look like his grandma's readers, so I'm not sure how I feel about them. Let me know what you think. Anyways, let's continue.
Easily out geared.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh, I
Zillion
seen this
OP
guy.
was a streamer who had garnered a solid audience of
Oh, I know this guy.
for himself in 2012. One thing that was notable about Zillion is that he was in a
wheelchair,
following a
yeah.
car accident that had happened prior to him beginning streaming. He didn't make it his personality.
I know this story. The fall off part is he once was on the stream, right? He went up his wheelchair. He get up from his wheelchair to do something, and that really devastated a lot of people, bro. And that really depletes the pics of him in a wheelchair, bro, and shit like that, bro.
But he definitely made
Imagine,
would
bro.
do things like wheelies for donations and other things like that. However, in 2013, his Facebook page was hacked, and the hacker claimed that he was the biggest a-hole who faked disability to get donations. The hacker was also making posts on the page suggesting that he was lying to people about his disability. But despite a few suspicions, Zillion was doing fine. Until in April of 2013, when Zillion made a huge mistake. While he was streaming, he was seen standing up and going to do something. And then, likely realizing that he made a mistake, he turned the camera down. His girlfriend who was streaming with him also exclaimed as if she noticed him do it, and then started talking about something else as if she was trying to cover it up.
Yep, I told you. He went up. He got up in his chair, bro.
Like to the fish shop today because the dog
That's
loves
crazy.
just like going out and meeting new people. We constantly have to take him to like be introduced to new like random people and stuff. So he hangs out at fish shops and stuff because like we love talking to the people there anyways. Um, and there were just a bunch of people that like came in, like a bunch of customers that came in, just like in this huge flow. And he got scared and like came and sat on my lap. And I was like, oh, this is so cute. Like he's cuddling with me because he's scared. He stands up. He took a leak on my lap.
In the Twitch chat, he can be seen saying that he just fell over and spilled water, then said he was ending the stream, which obviously looks like a cover-up as it seems he was able to stand up just fine. This was also quickly posted to Reddit and then clipped and shared to YouTube in a video titled, Zillion OP performs a miracle. Wheel in, walk out. The comments were full of people.
Come on, my boy, bro. That is his fault, bro. He is the dumbass for literally just getting up in his chair, bro. Like that is his. That's truly his fault, bro. Like, imagine, bro.
People mocking Zillion, saying things like, wow, what a
Damn.
stand-up guy. It's a shame he walked away from streaming. And things along those
Mhm.
lines. People had pointed out that before this, Zillion had demonstrated some dishonest behavior by doing things like hacking while he was streaming. Following this, his Facebook page was hacked again with the hacker saying, you deserve everything you have coming to you, Zillion. I do hope you put those legs to use and get a real job. You owe a lot of people money now. Then Zillion's Twitch page was terminated, and other than a video popping up of him standing around that time, Zillion straight up disappeared from the internet. At this point, many people just assumed that Zillion was just using his disability to get donations from sympathetic viewers, and he was viewed as both a fraud and a joke to everyone on the internet. I guess this Zillion example does somewhat contradict the title though, as 7 years later he returned to Twitch under a different username, It's Bluish. For a little he was able to go under the radar until someone called him out on Reddit, exposing him. After getting exposed on Reddit, he addressed the situation on a stream. He admitted to being Zillion, but claimed that the accusations were all very sensationalized. On this stream, he said that when he started streaming, he was in a wheelchair, and he had been for a while. So while he was was streaming, he was still in the process of recovering. However, his new Twitch account still got banned after this stream. After this all happened, he did an interview with Wavy Webster for a
Damn.
video with over 1.3 million views. He explained his side of the story, saying he was truly in a wheelchair previously and showed proof. On top of that, he said in the clip he stood up in, he was in physical therapy and was making progress, claiming he was able to walk short distances but still needed a wheelchair overall. Zillion said that his biggest mistake was being quiet about his progress with physical therapy and being silent after the stream incident. The video is 50 minutes long, with a very large portion of that being the interview where Zillion is just clearing everything up, and judging by the comments, people seem to accept his story, with a lot of people feeling bad that his situation was so blown out of proportion. Nowadays though, it seems like he disappeared again, with his last tweet being in 2022, and it doesn't look like he streams anymore either.
To the people that care about me, the people that love
me,
to my fans, I'm sorry for all of
that sucks.
Phantom Lord was one of the earliest streamers who was.
I'm gonna lie, bro. I kind of regret what I said to him. I kind of regret calling him a dumbass. You know what I mean? Because he's been through physical therapy and shit. And shit like that. I regret it. All right, I take it back. Okay.
On Twitch and YouTube in 2012. He was playing a lot of League of Legends, and not only was he one of the best players in the game, but he was also very entertaining. However, Phantom Lord also had his fair share of controversy. One controversy he was involved in early on was making a deal with a hacker who would DDoS his servers, saying he could only DDoS him if he's losing, and this was a huge problem for other players in Phantom Lord's servers, as they would also be booted offline. This went on for weeks, until the hacker for some reason decided to swat Phantom Lord, and then the hacker got arrested. Following this, Phantom Lord revealed something on stream that would change his career forever, and that was gambling.
Oh damn.
I've explained CSGO gambling sites before, but to put it simply, skins for weapons in this game are worth various real dollar amounts and can be traded to other players. So people started gambling these skins, and since it wasn't technically real money, it was unregulated. Phantom Lord was one of the earliest large streamers to get in on this, and if you are familiar with Twitch and the streaming scene today, gambling is still a hot topic of debate. So because of how popular CSGO gambling was getting, Phantom Lord began gambling and opening cases on Twitch and in YouTube videos, pulling in tons of views. He was also getting sponsored by these websites that were paying him a ton of money. But then Phantom Lord decided to create his own gambling website called CSGO Shuffle. This is something that has happened with other big creators on sites like CSGO Lotto and CSGO Wild, where popular streamers and YouTubers create their own website, pretend to be sponsored by it, and then they get to make an insane amount of money from all of the new traffic to their site. Not only is this bad, but it's also illegal. For a while though, it was working, and he was making a ton of money. Until July 16th of 2016, when Richard Lewis, an esports journalist, released a video of his investigation into Phantom Lord and CSGO. He was sent a ton of messages from an anonymous hacker who had gotten into Phantom Lord's chat logs. He got the logs between Phantom Lord and one of the developers on the website, and
oh my god, an F-slur! What the hell?
We're now going to present...
Wait, what?
Long story short, Phantom Lord got caught rigging the site.
We're now going to present the choices, the incriminating exchanges that heavily imply wrongdoing on the part of Phantom Lord. Now, over the course of this video, we will show you exchanges that heavily suggest, almost to a degree of certainty, that Phantom Lord is the owner of CSGO Shuffle. That on top of that, he has gambled exclusively with house money taken from the business. That he has also held meeting with other betting sites to discuss methodology, and also that he has asked Joris, the site coder, for percentages of rolls to increase his outcomes of winning and or losing, as he wants to do appropriately for his own personal gain.
Then after Richard Lewis's video went live, his Twitch account was banned. Following this, people began to, understandably so, hate Phantom Lord. His numbers dropped significantly, he was losing subscribers, and his streaming career was being destroyed. He sort of apologized, and then just went straight back to streaming, but on YouTube this time. But things took a surprising turn when in 2018 he filed a lawsuit against Twitch, suing them for significant monetary damage since he wasn't able to stream. He also said in the lawsuit that...
Who does he think he is, bro? Who does he think he is suing Twitch, bro? Come on, bro. That shit is owned by Amazon. Who does he think he is, man? Alright, now he's actually got to be a dumbass. Like, no way.
That Twitch didn't
With
give
the video,
anyone
damn.
notice of violations or the contracted 30-day period to address them. Initially, he was suing Twitch for $100 million. He was claiming that Twitch singled him out and was treating him unfairly compared to other streamers. And the jury surprisingly did side with Phantom Lord on a lot of the issues, and then in 2021, Twitch was ordered to pay Phantom Lord about $20,000 in damages. The only reason he actually got this money was because the jury heard that Twitch violated his contract by not notifying him 30 days before he got banned, but it was far from the $100 million that he originally asked for. Regardless, Twitch decided to stand on the ban so Phantom Lord could never return to Twitch. A spokesman for Twitch said, "While we regret the procedural failings related to Mr. Varga's termination in 2016, he repeatedly violated Twitch's community guidelines and exposed our community to harmful content." They continued to say, "We absolutely stand behind our decision to terminate his account, and he will not be allowed back onto the service." Following the lawsuit, Phantom Lord celebrated on Twitter and posted a document that he had to have his account reinstated, along with the judge ruling other things about how Twitch should operate. However, after this tweet, Phantom Lord disappeared from the internet. His last tweet was in 2021, and neither his Twitch or YouTube have been updated in years. It's likely that he thought after winning the lawsuit he could make some sort of comeback, but people still hated him. So he's probably just enjoying his life with the millions of dollars he made from streaming and scamming on his gambling website.
Please do not do that. You are not our
Rich
fan,
Campbell.
on our side.
Rich Campbell was a gamer who worked at MLG and eventually became a caster for gaming tournaments. He was casting for games like World of Warcraft and Call of Duty. He also started a podcast about World of Warcraft called Allcast. An up-and-coming streamer at the time named Asmongold became a regular member of his podcast. And
Asmongold,
both a caster and a podcaster. Rich Campbell became a huge caster, hosting events and working regularly with Blizzard, commentating all of their World of Warcraft events. However, he did eventually get fired for critiquing World of Warcraft too much, so he began to start streaming much more than he was casting. So then Rich moved out to Austin, Texas to live by his friends Asmongold and Esfan. Then in October of 2020, him, Asmongold, Esfan, Mizkif, and Tips Out created the gaming organization OTK. OTK would go on to become a huge gaming organization, with an impressive roster of streamers and content creators like Bruce Drapamoff, Jay Schlatt, Emiru, and more. Their YouTube channel has grown to over 600,000 subscribers, and at one point they were one of the biggest gaming organizations on the internet. However, one thing that was kind of strange about Rich is how his friends would talk about how he liked to pick up girls. It seemed like he was kind of known for it, and he was also known for dating the adult film star Mia Malkova. But then everything changed on December 16th of 2022 when a Twitch streamer named Azalea Lexi accused Rich of SA in a twitlonger. In the twitlonger, she said, "Rich and I had a very up and down, on and off friendship and relationship for 4 years." She detailed her experience with him over the years, how he was both manipulative and a liar. She then went on to say that one night he invited her to his hotel, and she expressed that she wasn't interested in doing anything other than hanging out with him. But then she claimed after they watched a movie at a theater and went back to his hotel room that he raped her. I'm not going to read the whole thing in detail, but if you want to read the whole thing, it will be in my source doc. She also posted her text after the event and following the event, which really correlated with her story. Rich was actually live on Twitch casting a World of Warcraft stream, and viewers noticed he was checking his phone a lot and at one point took off his headset in a look of shock. No one else on the stream knew what happened, but looking back, it's pretty obvious that this was his reaction to the allegations. He immediately faced a ton of backlash, with his fellow members of speaking out. Asmongold, his close friend and associate, said that he had Rich resign immediately following the allegations. He posted an 11-minute video where he talked about his thoughts on the situation.
You are not on our team. You are not helping us. You are not doing us any favors or doing anyone any favors by calling a girl that comes out and tells this kind of a story a liar.
Nah, shout out to Asmongold. He's a real one, bro.
I read a lot of the comments on Twitter, etc. And I saw a lot of people that were saying that it wasn't true, that she's making everything up. Please do not do that. This is... You're not our fan. You're not on our side. We are on their side.
Rich quickly posted his last tweet ever to Twitter. His final tweet reads, "I have read the statements made against me today. I will share my side of the story, but need some time to collect my thoughts. OTK has requested that I resign from my position, and I have agreed. I will make an update soon." But he didn't make an update. In fact, that was the last that anyone has ever heard of Rich. An article from Dexerto says fans are speculating, since everyone in Rich's camp has been quiet, that there is some sort of ongoing lawsuit, which is definitely possible. Other people think that the silence is an admission of guilt, which also is possible. The story accompanied with the text messages, along with Rich being fired from OTK, really made most people think that Rich was guilty. Even Asmongold in his video encouraged legal action and said that he would comply to the best of his ability, which makes me think that if his best friend wanted to help out in this way, he must believe that Rich had some sort of capacity to do something like this. Regardless though, no one knows what happened to Rich, and following that tweet, he disappeared from the internet. None of his OTK friends have said anything about him since, and it doesn't seem likely that he will ever come back.
Having a good time.
Yep.
Like just seeing that the chat keeps going. All
Daquan.
y'all are typing, bro. It makes me so happy, bro.
Daquan Loco was a streamer and YouTuber who, along with streamers
I
like
love
Fortnite
Daquan,
and
bro.
Myth, absolutely blew up along with the game Fortnite. I'm sure most of us can
Yup.
remember how huge Fortnite was when it came out, and Daquan was one of the earliest streamers to capitalize on that. One thing that stood out about Daquan was not only the fact that he was good, but he was also very funny. His goofy sense of humor
Yes,
is very
sir.
clear when looking at some of his thumbnails. He was invited to multiple early Fortnite invitationals and won a bunch of them, really helping solidify himself in the community. And I don't want to say he invented it because I could be wrong, but I think I speak for most of us when I say I saw Daquan using the double pump setup, and you better believe that I was doing the same thing in lobbies and slaying out. It was actually so good that Fortnite even had to nerf it since Daquan had so many people doing it. He set world records for things like win streaks and most eliminations in a game.
The
Daquan was
double
huge,
pump,
and
bro.
eventually he joined the gaming organization TSM in 2018, along with other popular Fortnite streamers like Hamlins and Myth. They had a pretty solid team for a while and even created a team house in mid-2018. However, as time went by, the TSM competitive team began to lack. Fortnite was getting really big competitively and hosted the summer skirmish with $1.5 million prize pool. However, Myth was the only TSM player to show up, and both Hamlins and Daquan stayed home to stream. It was becoming clear that as people got better at the game, Daquan was focusing more on entertainment and content creation rather than being the best.
I started to dislike Fortnite once I started playing pro. You know, it just wasn't fun after the initial 3 months or so of pro play. Like the lag was unbearable. The people who played it, they just camped so freaking hard, bro. You know, it was just a snooze fest. It was not fun.
But he was still huge,
I
with
agree
his
with
streams
him,
and
man.
videos pulling in tons of views. Then things eventually started to go wrong. In a previous stream in 2018, Daquan told his chat that he had a very bad sickness.
And then I got extremely sick, bro. Like, I got extremely sick. I was sick for 3.5 years. Like, very, very, very sick. And I was going to the doctors and shit. Like, nobody could tell me what the fuck was wrong with me. And it was really bad.
He went on to say that he had to quit his
What?
job, he couldn't work out or hang out with his friends. He said he was bedridden and could hardly eat. He then said that after having the sickness for years, he got really depressed, understandably so, as he was just stuck in his room. Daquan even said that during his sickness, he had his first lung collapse, which landed him in the hospital for a month. And this wasn't his only lung collapse, as he would eventually have 3 more. He talked about this in 2018 and said that he was better for the most part, but on occasion he would still get stomach issues, and they never even figured out what it was. In 2019, Daquan took a brief hiatus, saying that he was having stomach problems again, and later said that his spine was misaligned. He did eventually come back though, later in the year, and explained everything that happened. In late 2019, he stated that his girlfriend had life-threatening health issues, and that it was destroying his mental state, which again is understandable. Shortly after that, he posted a tweet explaining that he lost some friends to violence, lost both of his grandmas, one of his grandpas, and 2 of his aunts. He also talked about the situation and how all of this bad stuff had happened in the span of about a year. It was a terrible situation. I can't imagine going through all of that in a year, but it did help people understand why he wasn't active. He said he was disappointed in he posted and wanted to take back over in 2020. He also covered all this in much more detail in a 20-minute commentary video titled Where I Have Been. So like I said, Daquan said he planned to go hard with the content in 2020, but that didn't happen. He posted 2 YouTube videos in 2020, streamed a few times, tweeted a few times, and that was that. Afterwards, Daquan just vanished, leaving many fans wondering if his health issues had caught up to him again or if something else had happened. He was gone for 8 months, came back to say he was feeling better than ever, and again disappeared. But then in August of 2021, both him and Hamlins returned and joined the organization NRG. They created a gaming house together and seemingly were coming back to content creation and streaming. Daquan said, "The house tour video is only the beginning. We got so much coming. Thank you for the patience." But again, after a few streams and videos, he was gone.
Okay.
He came back to YouTube in January of 2022 and posted his final video explaining what happened with his streaming house, NRG, and everything else. One of the main things he said was that the internet in the house he got was terrible. He said he couldn't stream with all the other people in the house and that a lot of other things in the house didn't work. On the surface, it sounds like a silly excuse, but if you've ever been playing a game and your mom's watching Netflix, you know how bad you lag, so imagine that with 8 other people streaming. He also said that Hamlin's section of the house didn't even have electricity.
I literally stream for fun because I love it, bro. I love seeing you guys in my chat having a good time, bro. Like, just seeing that the chat keeps freezing on my Streamlabs because all y'all are typing, bro. It makes me so happy, bro.
After he
Damn.
returned home from the streamer house, he streamed a few times in early 2022 before he vanished again. And this time, he hasn't come back for over a year. There are theories that he hasn't been able to stream or post videos because of his contract with NRG, but there is no actual information about that. In his last video, he did say that he is bad at communication, which would explain his internet absence. But as of now, Daquan has been missing from the internet for nearly 2 years. Anyways, thank you guys for
God
watching.
damn,
If you
man.
enjoyed, if you did, please make sure to leave a like and maybe even consider subscribing down below if you're interested. Other than that, though, this has been Matty Balls, and I will catch you guys next time.
Well, it seems like that was the video, bro. Seems like that was the video, man. Thank y'all guys so much for watching. Like and sub. Follow the Twitch, cause I be streaming there. And yeah, man. Peace out, bro.